Hi, I'm meteorologist Ross Whitley doing a special update here for you live on Facebook, tracking the latest with Hurricane Michael. Now a Category 2 hurricane moving off to the north-northwest at 12 miles per hour. Has looked very presentable on satellite all morning long, and officially now starting to see an eye wall form, which does indicate that we will continue to see strengthening throughout the day. As forecasted today, will become a Category 3 hurricane likely by this evening and approaching a Category 4 hurricane as it nears landfall early tomorrow morning. So a high-end Category 3 hurricane seems likely. As far as where that landfall is going to be, the models have really come to a consensus here on northern parts of Gulf County or eastern parts of Walton County through the entirety of Bay County. So it seems as if this is going to be making landfall just to the south of Panama City over Bay County, or right on the Bay County Gulf County line right over Mexico Beach. That's what seems like the most likely scenario at this moment in time, with a powerful Category 3 hurricane moving inland quickly. And you notice it going right through Mariana, Bluntstown, Chipley, and that area. So all of those areas, you will experience hurricane conditions, as well as Dothan, Albany will experience hurricane conditions. Widespread power outages likely across the area. We're also looking at storm surge in some places up to 8 to 12 feet. As far as the National Hurricane Center's track here, officially speaking, Category 3 hurricane by 1 a.m., 120 mile per hour Category 3 hurricane nearing landfall at 1 p.m. on Wednesday, and then quickly moving inland from that point forward. So that's the good news, if there's any from this storm, is that this is going to be a quick hitter. Storm surge along with high tides 9 to 12 feet from the Big Bend area back through Carabel, Apalachicola, Mexico Beach, all the way to Destin, 6 to 9 feet. That includes up into the bays, where we'll likely see 6 foot of storm surge in the bays in many locations. That's coastal inundation on top of our water level. So if you add high tide onto that, which is typically about a foot of difference between low tide and high tide, you can add a foot onto all of these numbers. So some places close to the bays, right along the coastal area, as far as storm surge is concerned, could see upwards of about 8 to 9 feet of storm surge. Now in the bays, we're looking at 2 to 6 feet of storm surge throughout that area. And of course, going through our high tides here, those will be most affected by high tides and on top of that storm surge, with expected landfall to happen right around the noon hour, going through the early afternoon. Port St. Joe back down toward Apalachicola, going to see some very, very high storm surge as we enter into the mid-afternoon hours and beyond. With that, expected storm impacts, obviously Category 3 hurricane, rain 10 to 14 inches, flash flooding being the main concern there, 7 to 12 inches of storm surge, 12 feet, of storm surge, isolated tornado threat throughout, starting tonight throughout the day on Wednesday, and then major catastrophic power outages across the area. Widespread tree damage is going to be likely with this, and we're expecting tree damage to cause power outages. And of course, we'll continue to update you on our Viper Live Radar app, as well as on the WMBB TV Facebook page, my social media accounts, on TV, online at mypanhandle.com. We'll get that information to you throughout the day today. Stay tuned for the latest forecast.